SIIS Imaging Services is a worldwide exclusive distributor of a KOMPSAT-2, KOMPSAT-3 and KOMPSAT-5 satellite system, which owned by the Korean government. And we are the daughter company of SATRAC Initiative, which is the world leading solution provider for Earth observation missions. They are providing very high resolution satellite system with a small platform. And now we are looking for the 50 centimeter resolution with that system. We are making business with the satellite system, which is owned by government. And nowadays, there are many countries who want to have their own satellite system. And in a way, they want to commercialize those data. But until now, we didn't have any successful story with that. And that is the reason that we decided to be in this market. And so we wanted to realize that the dual use, which means that the government owns the satellite system, but we still share the data with the other countries, the end users. So for that, we are making the distribution network by ourselves. Currently, we have 74 partners worldwide. We found that the conventional companies, the big companies in this market, is integrating vertically, which means that they are providing the services by themselves rather than working with their partners. But at the beginning, we decided to work with our partner networks. So that's the driving factor that we are working for the expansion of our data network. Since developing countries has many changes very rapidly, they want to have a high resolution data. The countries with a large area, they have difficulties to provide enough data for their applications. But we are providing very good quality of data and the very reasonable price. So we are very cost-effective solution. That's the reason that developing countries are more interested in COMPSAT data. The first thing is the constellation, I think. The constellation of a small satellite system. For example, SKYBOX or BLACKSKY and PLANETLAB, they are using all the same concept. Using the constellation of a small satellite system, it will increase the revision. But we are concerning about the image quality because the smaller system should provide a little bit worse data comparing with the existing big system. But still, they are providing high revision time, which will be very useful for certain applications. So that's one trend. And second one is that I think it's the platform services. So nowadays, end user wants to access data very easily. So there are many upcoming the platform-based services in this market. Let's see the market. Then there are a few companies which has been in this market for quite a long time, and they were dominating the market. But in terms of end user, we want to have more choices to have a satellite image data. For that, we started our business since it's, it's a commercialization of national data. So we expect those trends will exist in this market for some time. And now China is commercializing their data, and Taiwan and Thailand, and so on. So we see that there's the trend and it really exists. And also there are newcomers in commercial market like the SKYBOX or BLACKSKY and PLANETLAB and DEIMOS like that. And they are using quite new technology to develop the market. And I think that's a very positive way for us to go, because after that, we will have more choices, more systems, and more data, and then that makes the end user more competitive to have satellite image data. For me, it's more like collaboration actually, because what I expect is that market is filled with various choices. For example, if we do have only one automobile manufacturer, for example, Lamborghini, then we need to use that car, very high expensive car, for the school bus, for example. That's not reasonable. So we wanted to have more choices and more data sources so that end user can select the products that fits their requirement at the reasonable cost. That's what I expect. All players, the major players, they were talking about the platform and also the partnership. So I think that's the trend. They couldn't risk doing the both sides, like their own very expensive system with a high quality, and then the small satellite constellation, they wouldn't do the both sides together. So in that sense, the collaboration will be more popular in a few years' time. We have been in this market for now around 2 years, and then what we have learned is that most important thing is the customers, the end users. They do have their own needs and demands, but up to now, the provider had more power to control the market. So in the terms of end user, they didn't have many choices. So we want to keep providing more solutions to the customers and the end users, and we believe that will develop more market and the market share will increase.